Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Great Awakening Generator. I am your host, Rose McNair, and I thought I'd just come on and give a little bit of an update and say hi. It has been a little bit quiet on the channel. And for those of you that watch the Great Awakening Generator regularly, you'll know that the regular series that we have running through the channel, we are all on recess for those series because of wanting some time to reflect, to rejuvenate and relax over the Mercury retrograde. Just come through the Venus retrograde, and I just found that closer to the end of the retrograde, I got really, really feisty. I'm generally feisty, but I got where I would ordinarily stop and say okay to something, I was saying no. And I realized that when I'm ordinarily stopping and saying okay to things, quite often it's about being congenial and amiable and compliant. And I just, for the first time, in a setting that I usually am in, where I'm always compliant and I'm always playing nicely, I stood up to somebody who was trying to pull rank with me. And in some ways, trying to shame me. And I mean, it wasn't even a big thing. I hadn't put a chair back, and he did not like the idea. And so he decided to include everybody on this team of maybe 25 people, asking whoever it is that's moving the furniture around to please put it back how you find it. And I had so many reasons why I didn't have to do that. So I don't know where my avatar Mars is and what it's doing. I haven't really paid too much attention of the astrology for the last few days, except that I know that Venus has come out of retrograde and has been up until yesterday. And of course, Mercury continues to be in retrograde and Jupiter has gone into retrograde. I'm not so sure about the date. So yeah, if you know anything different, you can always share it in the chat with us, okay? Or in the comment section. Anyway, coming back to the channel and me, I feel like I'm too close to the screen. I'll come a little bit away from it. So I've spent the last few days feeling really like I needed the time to relax, rejuvenate, and refresh myself. And I really love doing the light language messages for both light language messenger and for the Great Awakening Generator. I'm really enjoying it. And I feel like in following guidance to do that, this was meant for this time and space, because through doing that, the energy is great. I'm starting to feel how vast our energies are. And I'm starting to feel how through the light language, we're starting to get revelations of things. Now, if you don't catch this on the Light Language Messenger channel, I'm going to tell you about this here as well. On Friday, I went to do the radio show that I do. I've been doing radio now. If you haven't heard this before, I might have mentioned it in one or two of the other videos. I've been doing radio for maybe 15 and a half, 16 years. I'm a volunteer radio announcer in the community that I live in out here in East Auckland. And so I do my show on a Friday afternoon. It's called the Friday Fry Up. Fry up as in frying up, being a quick, it's meant to be a quick show because initially the Friday Fry Up was from 1 to 3. And then it changed when my work situation changed and it went from, 3 to 6. And I'm really loving and enjoying the 3 to 6 slot. So on the Great Awakening, beg your pardon, on the Friday Fry Up, we have people come in physically and talk to us about energy work they're doing, anything that is focused on community, all of that, very much like the Great Awakening Generator. In fact, the Friday Fry Up is the source or the seed that created the Great Awakening Generator. Right. Now, on Friday, I went in, I took my Oracle card deck, this one of the Pleiadian Wisdom Oracle cards, that one that I just there'll be a message, a light language message out of it today. And the card I got on Friday is what the message is about for today, for us on the light language messenger. And I got news on Friday that one of the cats that I had called back over the radio waves about 2.5, 3 months ago had returned home. And so for me, it was like, yay, awesome, it's come home. The thing about the radio waves is it does so much more than just be the radio. Someone once said, who listens to radio? Why do anything on radio? Well, there's a lot of people that do still listen to radio, and it's not all about everything online. But anyway, so speaking of the Friday Fry-Up, I just wanted to say, catch that show if you can, eastfm.nz on a Friday, New Zealand Friday, from 3 to 6 p.m. It is online. You just go on eastfm.nz, click on the listen button, and you will find it. Now, you say I promote this. Why am I promoting the radio station, the radio show? Well, because I promote the Great Awakening Generator all the time on the radio. I keep telling people what a great channel this is, and that there's amazing people here and amazing work that's being done by all of us. And so I feel like it would only be fair to say, hey, you know what? Great Awakening Generator it came about because of the Friday Fry-Up. And so we kind of need to promote both, right? So it'd be great to hear your comments or your sending us a message via email at the studio one day. And I'm going to feel like, oh my gosh, people are listening. We are getting the connection going. So yes, really good. So how are you feeling, friends? How are you going? I don't mean to be a wet blanket, so to speak of, but I have to ask that question because my last 4 days that I didn't come on and talk, I have just been my energy has been so different. I just did not have the energy to sit up and do this stuff. I'm starting to learn a few things, though, that when the energy is low, it's important to find. And low energy doesn't mean low vibration. It just means I don't have the energy. Perhaps I got a big download, and that's sort of my body and the download are trying to assimilate, or the download is trying to assimilate within the body, the third dimensional body I have, right? It doesn't mean low vibration. However, it can mean you can feel depressed, though. It can mean that you could feel like, oh, blah. Why do I feel like that? Because automatically when you feel physically unwell, it would seem there's a strong possibility that you can automatically feel emotionally unwell. They seem to be tied. Anyway, so there I was. And, a couple of weeks ago, I went through this as well. And I told all of you about it. I remember coming back and talking about it. So I hope that wherever you are, that you are managing to take care of you. It's like a time where self-love is so big. Looking after self is such a big theme. It's such an absolute necessity thing. And I feel like if you don't, then there are ways and means that the guides find to get you sitting on your chair, to get you to listen, to get you to tune in. I was listening to a couple of people yesterday whilst feeling this way because there was not much I could do. It's not like me to be lying down for most of the day. Oh, OMG, that was what I did. I listened to a lady on Alex Ferrari's channel, Next Level Soul, and I will put it in the description box. And she was talking about sometimes these things are happening to us so that we sort of get some kind of routine in place. Maybe our guides are trying to grab our attention, and we're so busy with life, so busy. I know I've got to do this. I can't listen. I can't do whatever. That they're sitting us down, and they're creating situations where we have to sit down, and then we have to do what we have to do. And interestingly enough, I'm doing a course at the moment. I'm finishing up some professional development course in terms of accounting. And I submitted an assignment yesterday. So I was like, oh gosh, because I had said, guys, I need to finish my stuff. I've got a few outstanding things to do, and I'm going to use the Mercury retrograde recess period to actually do all those submissions so that I come up to speed with where I'd like to be and feel like I am in control of the things in my life, because for quite some time now, things have just gone away. I've let them go away. I haven't kept up to date with certain things. So if you are feeling like that, but I'm feeling like that. So this morning, when I woke up, I felt pretty blah. I was like, oh gosh, why do I feel like this? And I thought, I need something. I knew that I had to come online and I had to do a recording or two. But I also knew that I have to pick myself up. One of the things I found that I could do yesterday, I signed up with JDev, Jai, and the next word is Dev, DEV, for a free, like an intro course. We was doing this. He does Kundalini yoga. And I realized, okay, actually, I think, because a while back, I thought, when I was initially diagnosed with having rheumatoid arthritis, I did not, I looked at all avenues of how I can keep myself well. And one of the things I did was yoga. And for years I did yoga, and yoga really kept me in good health. And a few weeks ago, I thought, I'm going to start doing yoga again. And then of course I forgot about it. But last week I'd signed up for this and then I still didn't get to it. But yesterday in the morning, I kept seeing this email that I needed to open and I needed to do it. I kept thinking about JDev and his email that it sent to me of the recording of that event. And so I did it. I put it on the TV and I sat there on my yoga mat. It was tough to sit on my yoga mat because I at this point in time, crossing my legs over is a little bit, because of the joints are inflexible, it's a little bit challenging, right? And I just sat there and I had my pillows on the ground. I had the armchair nearby so that if I felt like I needed to sit and do it instead of being on the yoga mat, I could get it. I could be okay. But I sat surprisingly I surprised myself and I stayed on the mat for everything. I had the pillows when I needed them, but I stayed on the mat. And it just struck me then, I need yoga, really, really need it. And if anything, Kundalini yoga. So I feel like we need to be asking our guides, and at the moment, the Archangels are helping me a lot. And of course, the guides are there. I haven't actually fired them. Those that need to be there are there, right? We need to be asking, what is it that I need to get through this phase? Sometimes it can make you feel like you just want to give up, but come back to self, come back to get those things in your life that can motivate you, come back to have some sort of balance, some sort of routine. Coming back to the lady that Alex Ferrari was talking to, she said, you've got to get some routine in your day. As in, it's important to do some mindful practice. It's important to sit down and journal. It's important to have 10 minutes of your mindfulness practice, whether that's breathing, whatever that is, but it's important to do that. So I'm going to encourage you that if you are feeling like that and you find that your routine or the things you do to keep yourself in a good mindful space is erratic, because for me, it's erratic. Definitely, I'll come out and say that. It's erratic because a lot is based on what's happening with the pets, because I have my dog, but I also have a cat who's adopted me and I look after him. And then before I know it, the day's gone to like it's now maybe 1 o'clock and I hadn't had breakfast. So are we going to keep doing those things? Are we going to start looking and tuning into ourselves about what it is that we need so that we can be in our strongest position to be able to take care of everyone else? I'm not saying don't feed your pet. Of course, the pets want to eat first thing in the morning, right? Because they've had a long break from the last time that they've eaten. But make sure to eat yourself. Make sure that you go and sit in your chair and you do your meditation or your mindfulness practice. So, friends, that's coming back now to this morning, because I started telling you about this morning and I digressed. I was looking for something that I just wanted to put on the cloak of Metatron. And it's really interesting because I tried to find Diana Cooper Because I thought she'd done something for the cloak of with the Archangel Metatron's cloak a while back. And I'm just going to tell you what it is that there's one more thing I have to tell you about this too. Okay, I'll tell you about Diana Cooper, and I'm going to put that link in there. So I did a meditation with an invocation of Moyra, the Lord of Light. It's only 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And the dragons turn up there. So I'll put that link in the description box if you want to try it. And I felt when I did that invocation of Moyra, the Lord of Light, it was so necessary. It was so important for me to do that. It just spoke volumes to me, and it just put me in a good space. The other thing that I did with her was a meditation with the Archangels. And I'm just looking for this one, and all of them were there. Probably, and this one she put up a year ago, and I'll find it and I'll share that with you, because I tell you what, the help of the Archangels, what the Archangels were doing in this was they were bringing healing, but they were breathing the healing onto the parts of the body as she was guiding us through it. And you could feel it, like, Archangel Michael came in first, and he was breathing down my spinal column. And then he was breathing down from my shoulder blades. And it was amazing because you could feel the energy and you could feel the breath, and I actually started to feel his hands going up and down my back. And I thought, oh my gosh, I just feel so good. Such good healing. And in that, it ends with Archangel Metatron's golden orange cloak being the protector. I couldn't have asked for more, because I wanted Archangel's Metatron's golden orange cloak. And or orange gold cloak, I just didn't know that was going to turn up as part of this, and it did. So I'm so grateful that sometimes we just follow it, and we follow the line, and we listen to things, and we find the things we're looking for. So be encouraged, friends, because I believe that it's time that we start to find the answers to the things we're going through. Now, on to other things. Thank you very much to all our new subscribers. I welcome you here, and I hope that you will find what you're looking for, and you would resonate with the channel and stay for a long time. Yeah, we appreciate that. And I know I should have said that in the beginning, but I'm saying it now, because I'm going on to talk about something very cute, very nice. I hope you like it. It's sharing a little bit of New Zealand with all of you. Okay. So I just thought we'll come back out of the esoteric stuff and talk about something, ordinary, like thank you to the subscribers. Thank you for your comments. If I haven't replied, I've told you why now, but I will read them and I will respond. So friends, I think that it's an interesting time. Hold your space and clear and clean your energy and your energy space and your environment. It is necessary. Okay. And we're hoping for a lot more. We're hoping for the very best in our lives. And this may this become the reality. May we start to see and know the things that the universe, or that we envision, because we've got that, we are still in the awakening state and we can't see everything. Let's hope that soon that veil is gone completely, and we can come in and just appreciate the lives we are here to live. Okay, I want to share my screen now. Okay, are you wondering what that is? Does it look strange to you? Well, there we go. I'm just going to bring it up closer to you. That is a jellyfish. A couple of days ago, Baxter and I were on the beach, and we came across this big jellyfish. I wanted to share that with you. That's something from our side of the world, from the land down under, and here on the eastern beaches side. This is a beautiful jellyfish. And you know what? It reminded me of the violet flame. And I thought, wow, just when you think Just when you think nothing could surprise you, the universe sends something else out. Isn't it a wonderful thing? It is amazing. It's just so beautiful. I love the colors and I love that it's there. I've got to do a bit of research and find out why jellyfish, not jellyfishes, jellyfish seem to stay behind with the tide. Even when you could put them back in the water, they don't move. This one was looking quite alive because, you know, it was moving and things like that. It looked like it was still breathing. But here we go. This is what came from that. The other thing, I'll let us breathe a little bit with that jellyfish and embrace the violet flame. It's got so many points. You can't say that it's a jellyfish starfish, right? But it's got so many points. The star part of it has got so many points. Okay, let's stop sharing that one. There is another one that I want to share with you. This is a bird. It's very dear to most of us here in New Zealand. And let's see. Interestingly enough, I couldn't get a picture without it belonging to someone online. So anyway, but we'll try. So here we go, sharing the screen of this bird. This is, I hope you can see it. I'm going to try and make it bigger, make the screen bigger. Just bear with me 1 second. Now what have I done? Right, here we are. I'm going to increase the size. Let's increase the size. Right. That is a native bird to New Zealand, courtesy of pxfuel.com. Okay, that's our native bird. It is called the Tuie, and it's spelled Tuie, native to New Zealand. Really awesome, beautiful bird. I just want to see if I can click over and see another picture of it, where you could have another view of the Tuie. 1 second, let's do that. Let's bring that one up. Hopefully that comes up. So the Tuie, it's very, very Tuie, right? The Tuie is very special. God, I don't know why these titles are coming up like that. Let's close it. I can't. Right, there we are. Let's do that. Don't know what that means. Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean for those words to come up there, but this is the bird I'm trying to show you. And yeah, I don't really want to download this because I feel like if I download this, then perhaps we need to buy this, or apart from buying it, yeah, it'll be okay. We don't need to do. I just want to talk about this bird. The Tuie is very dear to our hearts here in New Zealand. It is native to New Zealand, and it is quite unique in that it's got this little sac just under its chin. And one thing about the Tuie is that it's quite a humorous bird, dare I say it, because it's been playing a few tricks on me. It obviously doesn't mean to be playing tricks on me, but it's been doing a few things. So ever since I've moved to this house, we would hear the bird singing the first 2 verses, or the 1 verse of the song Barbie Girl. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It used to sing the tune, right? It just go, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. So imagine a bird singing it, okay? And so I thought, wow, that's what I hear when the bird sings. And then I thought, all right, maybe I'm a little bit silly or something like that, and well, let it go. Then a few months ago, I could hear a mother duck calling her ducklings. And I thought, it's too early for duckling season. Maybe even more than 2 months ago, because we're just about to hit the duckling season here in New Zealand. And I thought, wow, some duck has gone and had ducklings very early. That's unusual. But guess what? It's not the duck. It's the Tuies imitating the mother ducks calling her ducklings. Imagine that. And it gets even weirder, because in the last couple of weeks, I have been hearing a puppy in strife, like a puppy that's crying, you know, like maybe someone's whacked it or it's hurt itself, and then it starts to do a, you know how puppies are, they do that whine sort of cry. And I'm thinking, how can this be happening? Because it's happening so frequently. Then I realize, oh, that's actually not a puppy, because it follows straight on after the Tuie, the Tuie bird song. And then you just hear that end bit where the puppy sound comes through. So, you know, they say birds imitate us. Our Tuie here in New Zealand is a very intelligent little thing. It's amazing. It's, you know, it's all those wonderful things. And I've moved the screen again. Let's go here. Here we are. I'll bring that one back. It's all those wonderful things. Look, it even seems to have the way the feathers are around the neck, the back of the neck. That's like little scaly armor things, like, you know, armor things. You know how the British have those metal armor stuff that they wear, like, or the knights in Merlin, they wore their armored suits, and it's like this heavy metal soft chain sort of armor. I don't know what the words are, but there you go. I wanted to share that with you. This is our world. This is our world. This is where we live, and some of the things that we are fascinated with. Be great for you to show us some of yours. That would be wonderful. Hey, share it. It'll be great. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for your patience and understanding when the videos are not inconsistent. I'm generally quite good with keeping to my word and keeping to my schedules. I'm not always on time in the physical sense. I'm always running late because I am no longer on the planet's time. But I don't think I ever was, by the way. Yeah, even as a 6-year-old. Oh, wow. So much stress for my mother because I would not move fast enough as she'd like me to get going to school. Anyway, friends, thank you so much for watching. And I hope that this made a little bit of sense. And I know that it's like, oh, what a waste of time, maybe talking about stuff that is not relevant, like the Tuie and the jellyfish. But I thought, hey, this impressed me. This made me feel so wonderful today. I'm going to share it with all of you. Thank you, everyone. Take care of you. Much love to all of you. And thank you again for watching and supporting us here on the Great Awakening Generator. Namaste.